Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Here is Dr. Ken Harris.
Vote yes! I'm going the opposite of Sherwin on everything. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm going to just get right in it. I know everybody's mad. I know everybody's upset. The Common Council is voting tomorrow on whether or not we should get the 2% tax. Technically, it's 2.4% because we expect the county to say yes. Yes, I know poor people are going to struggle. Yes, I know we need a Common Council that's going to come up with alternatives to assist people who cannot pay the tax. That means you're going to need to go through and figure out what you're going to tax and what you're not. Yes, you're going to have to go back and renegotiate. But if you don't, there are a lot of people other than fire and police that are going to lose their pension. Like somewhere in your brain, you seem to think that the only people that are getting over like a fat rat are police and fire. But there are office assistants and people that are commissioners and work for commissioners and the forestry service and water department. All those people have a pension with the city of Milwaukee. And so you're shooting yourself in the foot. Is it the best thing that you can do? Listen, you voted for politicians that were terrible. What is it? Tory Lowe calls them Republicans and Democrats. Like, really? So you vote for all these people and they suck and they don't do anything for you. But you know at least you're going to make sure the city doesn't go bankrupt. And now people are screaming you should say no. So are you going to call the bluff on somebody where you have zero leverage? Like, did you forget that you have zero leverage? Or are you pretending like you have zero leverage? 10 out of 15 Common Council members have to vote yes. Rumor has it, because I've talked to people on the state level, on the county level, on the local level, they're somewhere. Well, look, they're short. And if it doesn't pass, that's fine. But here's the kicker. I'm going to be fine. My friends are going to be fine. We can replace our pension income with a job. Many people cannot. We can just go somewhere else. But the people that are poor in the city of Milwaukee that don't have anything, they can't leave. They can't go anywhere. And then on top of that, the cost is higher. So let's figure out a way to make sure everybody in this community wins. But then the unemployment numbers come out, and the unemployment numbers say Black people are at 6%. The general population is around 3.6%. Hispanics are at 4.3%, and Asian Americans are at 3.2%. Why Black people aren't working is another story and another topic for today. But you have to understand that if we don't vote yes, and if you don't call your alderman or alderwoman, I don't call them older persons because we keep trying to get rid of gender in America, which I don't really understand. That's kind of stupid to me, but I digress. Bottom line is this. If you have the audacity to believe that where Milwaukee goes, the state of Wisconsin goes, you now have ample proof that that's not true. Because the state legislature just jacked the city. And your governor that you voted for did not save the city with one veto that would have changed the control over the fire police commission, detectives, didn't veto any of that. He only vetoed things that had to do with education because he doesn't give a flip about anybody here. You figured out a way to give school districts a $325 a year raise for 402 years, and you couldn't figure out how to help us with a pension issue that's only worth $60-90 million. Idiotic. And yet we complain. We actually have the audacity to complain about the legislature. The governor had ample space to read and make changes, and he didn't. He could have just said, I'm not signing this bill. And he didn't. So if you think Democrats are on your side, they don't give a flip about you when you're in Milwaukee. You didn't hear anybody, no Democrat. Where are all the common council? We wait till we have a town hall meeting and then we scream and holler and complain. This isn't right. This isn't what. Well, where were you when they were in Madison negotiating? Where were you when they were telling you that you got to hire all these police? Oh, and if it doesn't pass tomorrow, every month that it doesn't pass, you lose $16 million of the money they were giving to you. You talk about getting jacked by Robin Vos, and what's the knucklehead's name who's over the Senate? LeMahieu? Right. I guess I shouldn't call him a knucklehead. He's an elected official. More so like Boo Boo the Fool, but anyway. At some point, we have to do this. We have to stand up, disregard the political party, and do what's right because it's the right thing to do. The Democratic Party did not step up and do anything for the city of Milwaukee at all. Somebody had the audacity to tell me, well, the Common Council is not partisan. I said, all of you all are members, with the exception of a few, of the Democratic Party. Who are you kidding? Including county government. What are you talking about? But I can tell you right now, if you want to be like Detroit, be like Detroit. Go bankrupt, have all these white people roll in, buy up all your property at dirt poor prices, and then roll in, create a city. But watch this. I bet they'll put up a tollway then. I bet you'll be able to look at them from the outside then. And then you will be in a suburb, one of those poor, terrible suburbs, and you won't be able to come into the city because it'll be too expensive. But that's okay. All of you all are standing up saying no, screaming and hollering about, oh my God, it's going to be terrible. It's only going to be terrible if you don't do one thing. It's only going to be terrible if they don't show up and they don't open their mouths, raise their hand, and press a button. The city will fail if they don't do one thing. Vote yes.
That is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, I want you to join me Saturday, July 22nd, as the Truth and I team up for our walk against violence. Violence is a problem which impacts us all, but together we can make a difference.